Hey, Madonna fans and friends, it's time for another episode of Diva News. We haven't had one of these full lengths in a while, but Madonna has been spotted in New York, so we got these pictures for you. Wanted to show you, and looking pretty cool in that jacket. I like that. Actually, my aunt got me a jacket like that. And so she's staying warm, and she's back in her hometown. She's also been spotted with Akeem at a Chelsea versus Liverpool game in Chelsea Stadium. I think we have a photo here. And I'm forgetting the something bridge. I'm forgetting that part. But Guilherme had told me some details. Being a soccer fan, he knows a lot about this stuff. And that, of course, this is one of the biggest teams. So they're checking out the games. They're doing their couple things. And so now I'm back in New York, or does that mean we have, was she in London? I don't know. But obviously she's finishing up those touches on the Confessions 2 album. So we're excited to see what becomes of it. And did you purchase your copy of the Untold Bedtime Stories Untold chapter? I still need to order mine, $29.99. I'm going to go for the 2 CD set. So let us know in the comments what you're planning to buy. I know that they said that Human Nature has been charting the remix from the album, so we'll have to see about that. That's really exciting. As Gone, 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 it also charted, getting some exposure for the 2 albums. So let us know what your thoughts are. Madonna's new look, heading to New York. Let us know. In other Madonna news, recently we got a batch of great photos that she had a Halloween party. She also said it's giving Desperate Housewives, so I'm assuming that's the look she's going for here. I've never really watched the show, but I love her look. She's looking good, and with Akeem as Michael Myers and many other characters that we see in the photos. So they had to get together, and it looks really cool. Did you celebrate for Halloween? Did you dress up as Madonna, any of her eras? Let us know in the comments what you did for Halloween. I was a witch, so more of a 4 rooms thing I was going for, but that was fun. And so that was really cool. And also, in some other Madonna news, she was talking about, and I could not for the life of me, I don't want to join every, every page, every publication page to find out what exactly she said, but she was loving Rosalita's new album. I wanted to read more about it. If you know more about this artist and what style of music she sings, let us know in the comments. But she's raving about that. That's great. Madonna's always been one to like drop different albums that she's listening to at the time, what she's into. She's always done that throughout her interviews, so we like that. And then also I noticed and I found an interview from Don Was. Remember Was Not Was from the 80s, the Walk the Dinosaur song. But also we talked about this, the Shake Your Head song with Ozzy Osbourne, Madonna did. Now, he talked a little bit more about how that production happened. He talked about how initially it was Madonna. She came in and it was early 80s. So she was just, going in the studios and doing lots of different things with different people. She also was on a track for Promises, Promises, Naked Eyes. If you look up, you all know this song. It's an 80s classic. But if you look up Promises, Promises with Madonna, you will find she was on it. She went in the studio for that, and that never got released. So this is probably one of those situations. And she recorded her part, and then he said that wasn't weird enough. So he had worked with Black Sabbath and decided to bring Ozzy Osbourne in to perform on the song. And so you have these 2 icons together, which is crazy enough. But of course, when he wanted to release it, Madonna said, hell no. And they had to get Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger took on that part, and they released it. It was a big hit in Europe. But we know that it's on YouTube, so if you want to, someone must have remixed it together, and I think it's great with the 2 of them. So check it out if you have never heard it. It'll definitely be something you never thought you imagined hearing before. And it's interesting for him to talk about it and kind of how it happened. So those are some of our other news tidbits. If you've heard or seen anything else going on, let us know in the comments. Tell us what's new in Madonna's world, and let's talk about it. Now it's time for an episode of Collectible Corner. Now, I shared this photo over on Facebook right after I was looking through it. I just moved to a new apartment. I'm unpacking everything one by one, and I found my icon Bible. So I thought I'd show some of this. It's just amazing to look through. I looked through, I didn't like read every episode, every issue, but I think I'm going to do that later. But I was glancing through every single one and my fan club kit, and you all know how amazing this was when it came out. And whenever you first joined, in fact, in the comments, write the year that you first joined and what are some of the things you got in your fan club kit. And if you remember your member number, let's proudly share those moments. Now, I was number 5260, and my fan club kit was like a fan club. I started at the beginning because I saw it in the back of Rolling Stone, like most of you did, and I sent my $20 out. It was only $20, and I got my first issue, which was the Breathless cover. Just amazing. I wish we still had these print zines. I wish we still had some kind of interaction that was more tangible like that, or maybe our club could do something like that. And because my Bible is missing a few issues towards the end, just the two before the Live 8 and the Like a Prayer one, I'm missing those. But otherwise, it's complete. We're at the club here. We're thinking down the road, we may do something to archive this and put it out there online. I remember MLVC had an interview, and I'm forgetting Ron Radovinsky's interview. So there really isn't anything out there for this, so that you can archive and look at the archived issues. And I think that would be something we could really benefit from. So too short, but I'll get those two at some point, and we're gonna look into that to really archive it. So let us know what you think of that. Share your icon memories when you started, and let's have that moment. Now we're going to get into our fan feedback. Once again, thank you all for all the feedback. We love reading all your comments, and we respond to them. We get to them at least weekly with the help of Guilherme, who helps me since I'm visually impaired. I'm not as visually impaired as I used to be, but he definitely helps me out, and I appreciate all of his help as we go through all of the wonderful memories and comments and advice and clarifications. You guys help us out when we make any mistakes. So thank you again. This is a full community. We're in this together. That's why we're called everybody. But we want to read one of the comments we got. Of course, this was for the Something to Remember 30th anniversary, which just recently happened, November 3rd. Amazing, amazing compilation of ballads. And we're going to listen to this comment from Eraga Journals, where they said this album is a jewel and that the new songs were amazing. Of course, those being You'll See and I Want You. We're listening to the Junior remix here, which I love. This is one of my favorite remixes. And One More Chance, which they also love, and that the other ones also have a history of their own. And it's really true. A lot of these songs we got on there, as I'm going to, well, let me just thank you, Araga Journals, for your comment before we go into our Something to Remember for Something to Remember, right? So we finally get to do that. And 30 years later, we look at the compilation, and it really is a great collection because we're getting a lot of songs that were previously unavailable, like I'll Remember, Crazy for You, although it was on Immaculate. And This Used to Be My Playground, a true classic. Of course, I would have loved to have seen Look of Love on here. I think it's one of those gem ballads that should have been included and was a single in Europe. But other than that, I think it really does encapsulate that up to that time, up to 1995, what she had done. And we had some other comments about where we could have a Something to Remember part 2. And what do you think of that? I mean, I think that's a good idea. We do have a lot of songs since 1995, of course, the Evita stuff alone, but we have beautiful ballads from Ray of Light, Music, American Life. I mean, there's just a wealth of stuff that they could use to continue that story. That Madonna's ballads are some of her biggest songs. I mean, of course, that's more true in the first up to this point in Something to Remember, because she later on there wasn't as many movie soundtrack songs, or the movie soundtrack songs were a little faster, like Beautiful Stranger, Die Another Day. But we still have some great ballads either way. So if you would compile something, what would you put on there to continue the story of Something to Remember? And what are some of your favorites from this album, whether it was one of the classics that had not been previously shared, or it was a new song? Let us know what you think. Also, the music videos were amazing. So let us know what you think. And happy anniversary to Something to Remember. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this episode of Diva News. It's been a while since we had a full episode, so I'm really excited. My first one in the new place. And of course, we have our secret photo of the week. You know this photo from the Vanity Fair session. So cute. See, Madonna can be cute as Dita. But we love Dita. You know, in October, we had our anniversary for that, for the sex book and erotica. Two of the greatest moments in Madonna history. There have been so many, and we love to celebrate those with you, as well as welcome you to join our community here. Like and subscribe, comment. Tell us what you're thinking about, what's in your Madonna world these days. Don't forget our Facebook group. We are on Madonna Everybody Fan Club over there. I think we hit 10,000, so you know there's a lot of discussions going on. And as soon as I find all of our contest prizes, we're going to get back into that as well. We are definitely going to be doing a Confessions 20th anniversary video. We want to look for that. And if anything drops at any moment, we will be talking about it. We never know. Usually winter Madonna's laying low, but you never know. So we'll keep that going. And thank you again. Check us out. Be a part of the discussion. And we'll see you next week, everyone. Bye. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Thank you for joining us here at Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel, and I hope you enjoyed our latest video. I hope that you will join us here by liking and subscribing. And also, we have social media with Facebook. We have Madonna Everybody Fan Club, over 5,000 Madonna fans to join. And we have an Instagram at Madonna EFC. So make sure you check those out, as well as a page on Facebook, Madonna Everybody Fan Club, to follow. So definitely check out those social media platforms and join us there. We have contests, we have Fan of the Month, and we have features and lots of great fans to meet. But more importantly, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you comment on this video and let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about or any future video topics you'd like to see. And thank you again for joining our Madonna family. Music does make the people come together. Thanks, everyone.